An honest review of the Caesar's Palace Bacchanal buffet. This buffet is around $100 and boasts over 200 plus items. It's considered one of the top buffets you can go to in Las Vegas. Anyways, to start, we had a reservation of 8, but we still had to wait in this very long line. To me, if I have a set reservation time, I wouldn't want to wait 30 to 45 minutes past that time to just get in. But I did, so here's the review of the food. They had an Asian section, pizza, charcuterie, meat, seafood, Mexican, dessert, and vegetarian options, and a lot of these dishes were served on these small plates. But to be honest, it was hard for me to build a plate because there were just so many different options, and I'm the type of person who gets full very quickly, so don't take me to a buffet. I was just really scared to get something mediocre because granted, all 200 plus items cannot be all amazing. My first plate, I had this salmon in a cone thing, a deviled egg, and ahi poke, some other small sides, and then I went over to the meat station and got a piece of pancetta, which honestly ended up being the best thing I got on this plate. The meat wasn't dry at all, and it had a good mixture of fat to keep it moist and also give like a really salty flavor to it. The only negative I can say is that the skin wasn't edible at all. Like, it looked crunchy, but it just was way too chewy and tough. But that was my first time ever having pancetta, so who knows, maybe you're not supposed to eat the skin. Anyways, obviously I had to review the ahi poke. To me, I thought it was alright. It wasn't too saucy, and it didn't really have the traditional spicy ahi flavor to it. Moving on to like this salmon mince in a cone, I didn't really like this. It kind of had a sour taste, and it just wasn't working. Moving on to the seafood, my favorite part of every single buffet. I love crab legs. I think I like cracking them open more than eating them. This is typically where you find the value in buffets. However, they did only have snow crab legs. They also had lobster, but I'm not a big fan of that. Besides the crab, I really liked the sea snail. I believe it was called a whelk. The taste kind of reminded me of a clam, but it was a lot more soft. Lastly, for dessert, I tried a little bit of everything, but my favorites were the lava cake. They were so chocolatey, and they were only the size of, I would say, like a $50. And I also really like the green tea ice cream as like a palate cleanser. Now, would I say this buffet is worth it? In my opinion, yes, but that's just because where I come from, I would never find a buffet of this size, so that's why the price to me is reasonable. However, if you're not someone who's wowed by the 200 plus items and like to stick to what you know is good, you probably won't find value here. Besides, despite having a reservation and still needing to queue up, I was pretty satisfied with my experience here. I'll also be taking you to the Wynn buffet, which is considered a competitor, so I'll see you there. Bye!